Thank you, Ayub. Perhaps we can give me a little leeway to get into that point,
please,
but I will answer it. I think it is not wise to pick legal information from newspapers, and I'm saying that with a lot of caution, because I have heard here on the panel that there is a definition of annoyance. I had to look at Daktari almost asking him, did you read a bill that I didn't read? You know, and I want us to be fair to the lawmaker himself. What exactly was amended? One of the amendments was on the functions of the NC4 to issue directives on websites that have child pornography, trafficking, terrorism. And the wording is if proved.
By a court of law.
Kara actually made that proposal to the Departmental Committee on Information Communication and Digital Technology. So that was the amendment of Kara, and it was taken up. What else was amended? The terminology of access, including the wording of what is a program. Yeah? And the entry into a computer, not just by a person, but also a device. The third thing that I saw in the amendment was the inclusion of the issue of deliberate and intentional acts in the cyberspace that cause suicide. That was the intention of the lawmaker. And I would want to request, and I don't know if I'll be out of line to suggest this, we can hate whoever we want to hate, but can we at least look at the law that was adopted first?
The substance.
Yes. The substance of the law, the substratum itself, does not concern anything that I have seen online. The issues about 20 million fines, about comments, are nowhere in that amendment. That was already in statute, and it was combating something different. The power of NC4, just hold on.
Yeah.
I want to teach you so that you understand what we're talking about. Because we are now discussing legal issues. When we talk about the power of NC4, Section 6D talks about act of receiving and acting information, because on the NC4 sits the Inspector General of Police, the NIS Director, the PS Treasury, the PS ICT, and so many others, including the Attorney General. Okay? Then we have an expanded definition on phishing. We have an expanded definition of content blocking. So what I am reading in a fair assessment, to be honest, is disinformation. Because we are misleading the public by suggesting to them things that were not written. Anything that has been said does not even exist in the memorandums that were submitted to the Departmental Committee on ICT.
Okay, I think it's enough now.
Yeah, let him finish up.
Yes. One thing that I would also like to conclude with the point that you made on hate speech.
Yeah.
There are laws in their nature, and even if this thing is tested in court, what is the court going to look at? It is going to look at the test of Article 24. How is this thing written in law? Yes. What is the nature of the right? What is the importance? What is the extent of the limitation? So that if you're asking me about hate speech, and this is the problem we have with hate speech conversations, and Article 19 in the UK had the same problem. Human beings cannot legislate law to be free from insult. You cannot walk around life. We cannot walk around life because Kagwanja is sensitive. He's sensitive to be called any terminology that you could want to use. Correct. Why? Because the nature of the right, in terms of subjecting it to judicial scrutiny every single now and then, is to turn our courts into lawmaking institutions, which is not the issue. Courts are oversight institutions. They are a check on the powers that legislate.
As Daktari has mentioned.
As he has properly mentioned, which is recognized in the amendment itself.
Okay, Council, let me ask you this then, before I come to Sheila, because she had pointed that Ahmed Hans was up. I'll come to Daktari as well.
Yeah.
For instance, of course you have an understanding of that bill. What constitutes false content under clause 10?
There is nothing like clause 10 in the amendment.
Okay, what does it
And
say?
that is why I'm suggesting
Yes.
we stick to what is in the amendment.
So what is false according to you?
I didn't get the question.
Come on.
What do you mean?
That's being disingenuous. Come on.
Okay,
Give us a chance to reply to this young fellow here.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, first of all, this guy cannot teach me anything.
Damn it.
Second,
Hang on, let me ask him the question. Come to you. Be patient.
please bring it. That's good.
Section 22 of the Act Cancer says any person who provides false information maliciously intended to injure another person commits the offense chargeable under Section 22 of this Act.
Yeah.
Which is what I was saying.
Come on, give us a-
That was already in statute.
I think, Mr. Ayub,
Okay.
I think it's